coach, put me in the game. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On play action, now Rodgers. Rolling to his right, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Rodgers gonna go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a first down throw, gone. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On second and very short. Goff going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. I think a free play now for Goff. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's another second and goal, this time from half the distance closer. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jason Kabinda taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. coming up on 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 16. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. Touchdown! Sammy Watkins, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that, and all can pay the price.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now Goff on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
To the air again, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Rolling to his left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Goff on first down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff connecting with DJ Chark. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle, Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On the give, this is their fullback. They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Play action. It's Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 4th down. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. An inside give to Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Packers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Goff.
St. Brown on the catch.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Goff now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Rodgers to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Rodgers throwing here. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. To throw is Rodgers.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Josiah DeGuara.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an
Somebody pop on day, hold up. I would have grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate,
Black
hold up.
Panther.
Stay down with
Hey, I've been going and going like the Energizer. Yeah, I'm supplying no like Elijah. In the cut, no, my running compartment Elijah. They say life is a and if that is the case, then I'm finna surprise her. No, I am not an advisor, but I do advise you to pay attention. Never need to mention I'm the heads. Finna push it to the ledge. Yeah, my meds. Ain't got no love for the feds. Can that thing go to your head? Me watch where you tread. I'm finna kill it instead. I'm finna, I can never done it, and I wanna run it, and I wanna keep it going and going like infinity. Be the only entity to ever rip it apart. Finna start like this, finna heart like this, finna rip a million miles a minute, no nitrous. Do it right, just I've been down this road before. Everybody think that they do, but they don't. Swear to God that they would, but they won't. Spitting riddles in the middle of a pastime. Me and my mom feeling the vibe like yeah, finna get it like yeah. I done made $20 million. I don't flex to be acknowledged. At this point, it's common knowledge. All you haters been abolished. You in the club throwing dollars, but I'm saving mine so my kids go to college. Or maybe whatever they wanna do. Just as long as they never say, Daddy blew $20 million. Ay, he had to flex to be acknowledged. Ay, he in the club throwing dollars and I cannot afford to send me to college. Ay, Daddy just wanna be loved, just like everybody wanna be accepted. Ay, but somehow he had neglected me and my mama for all of this rap. Ay, no I can up with that. Ay, no I can up with that. Who you know dropped the album back to back to back to back to back and back again. I'm back again and snap again. And that ain't no other way to write it. Yeah, it's happening cause I've been living in a world of my own. Leave me alone, I'm in the zone where I've been prone to destroy. You cannot avoid this. Whack have annoyed this. Yes, you know I enjoy this. Preach, yeah, I'm trying to reach everybody in the streets, putting words to the beats. Each one, teach one, yeah, I'm trying to reach one. Who the beast one? That be me on the top of the east one. Tell me how you really want to do it right now. Turn up, shout out everybody, no one heard of this, heard of us. We ain't going nowhere, it's a hurt of us. Hold up, roll up. Levitated like I'm David Blaine. Living a dream like I'm David Ames. Talk all you want, we are not the same. Step in the spot that ain't know the name. So more albums my first week than Harry Styles and Katy Perry. That ain't a sign of the times, then I don't know what is. Man, it's scary cause I've been blowing up like C4 and I'm 3 for 3 like a free throw. Anybody hating on the boy, take a step back and then now my phone blowing up like ring. Like ring, 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 ring. That Kevin Durant, I'm a champion. Check the numbers, I'm a champion. Can't sleep on the boy anymore, but the haters that love to hate gon' Star-Lord, champion. Know the name and they know the alias, that's for sure. Gave him 44, now here's 44 more.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Leave me alone. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. You was my little, I was fine with that. How you just gon' play me? I ain't fine with that. Thinking about you daily, crazy while I'm flexing. Oh, we was flexing. Always I told you that you be a star. Goals in our checklist. Question or check your message. Knew that I could from the start. Or she was texting. She called, yeah. Leaving them gone, yeah. She on, yeah. Dreaming we on, yeah. Ay, drop is a cool, dropping the top of my car. Ay, I cannot click, man, she playing her part, yeah. Ay, life is new, I like dark. Ay, asking myself how I she leave her like in the dark, like leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Ay, leave me alone. Yeah. You can't play me, I'm just till I'm lazy like a throwback. You ain't know that. My like I'm Lil Kodak. No, where it ain't good at. I can't sweat you. I'm like who that? I can't sweat you. I don't do that. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I ain't want you to depart. Hey, I'm with you, but I kept with you 'cause you different. You can't play your part. No. Hey, tell you the truth. I'm with you from the start. Hey, I can't not playing a part. Like, leave me alone. Run it out the box. Hey, leave me alone. You done it what? Leave me alone. Run it out the box. Hey, leave me alone. Yeah.
I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. Just keep it warm, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. Just keep it warm, you ain't got a lot of me. Don't even say hi to me. I rob a man, cause I know they robbing me. See what? Made the dream work. See work. Made the dream work. See work. Made the dream work. See work. You wasn't even tell them I love. Now every day I'll be counting it up. Screaming your name and they proud of you up.
action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder getting set to match up with the New York Knicks. Our opening tip won by the Thunder as we get started in OKC. It's Paul for two. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, are the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Curling inside. Free throws coming up.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Down low, Adams. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Smith with the basketball. They trail by two. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Chris Paul at the line for two shots. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Jay, last few drafts, the Knicks have gone younger. What do you like about Kevin Knox and his raw potential?
His upside. He just turned 19 on August 11th of this past summer, and what he did in Summer League blew my mind. Was first-team All-NBA Summer League, averaged 24 points, shooting 47% from the field. This kid has every chance to be a star.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Great look and vision. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Smith into the front court. 8-2 our score. To Kevin Knox. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Team foul number 2 for the New York.
Dennis Smith Jr. Couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 69% at the line. First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul across the timeline. Up 5. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Here's a chance from long range. His first effort, off the mark.
Screen.
Into the front court comes Smith. Down 5. To Julius Randle. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
Julius Randle has got 2 shots coming. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first.
For the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 33, Mike Muscala.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Paul into the front court. 10-6 our score. Ooh, Chris Paul looking good. 4 for 5. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
From the painted area, won't go down. Smith with it up top. 12-6 our score. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Ooh, Chris Paul. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Possession lies with New York. To Julius Randle. Jay, the Knicks searched long and hard for their next head coach. They chose David Fizdale. Why was this the right choice?
Well, first off, he's a 2-time NBA champion as assistant coach with D. Wade and LeBron James from Miami Heat. And I got some time to spend with him down in Miami at D. Wade's fantasy camp. He is hard and very stern, but it comes from a brotherly place. His ability to build the right culture in New York will be imperative, but it all starts with that kind of teaching.
To Paul. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
To Dennis Smith Jr. Fires the 3.
To number 13, Chris Paul. That's his first.
Dennis Smith Jr. is going to get a chance at 3 here. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Three for 3. Nice. Ferguson to Adams. No good, and no foul.
I agree, I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Count the basket at the rim. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
The pass set it all up.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Dennis Smith Jr. 2 of 4 now.
Ed, 2 years ago, I was sitting in the draft room absolutely shocked that Dennis Smith went at 9 in the draft. And when I think about this young man's game, he is just scratching the surface of what he can do. He finished tied for 4th among rookies in scoring last season, and I guarantee you his game is going to continuously go to different levels.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Smith now into the front court. Now down 6. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Chris Paul, veteran move. Well defended, still buries the 3.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested 3 goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Dennis Smith Jr. picked up by Paul. To Adams. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Smith with the basketball. 9-point margin. Smith to the basket, but it stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Paul to Adams. Oh, had him going there for a second. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Ellington here against Ferguson. From long range. Can't connect. To Paul. Has a look. Shot by Paul won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. And he'll go to the foul line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
And he connects on the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. OKC ball. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Paul with it up top. It's a 9-point lead. And he hits.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Missed a wide open look. Paul into the front court. The lead is 11. Driving right to the basket. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots, shooting 75% so far tonight. First try, no good.
For New York, number 67, Taj Gibson.
Knocks down the second after missing the first.
Number 12, Steven Adams.
New York Knicks basketball. Elfrid Payton picked up by Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. The drive right to the basket.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Adams. Shot from the lane won't go. Payton with the basketball. Down a dozen. For 3. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. To Paul. Trying to cash in. Paul's shot won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
Elfrid Payton, couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. And hits the first free throw.
For Oklahoma City, number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Here's Schroeder with it. It's an 11-point game. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Adams. And an 8-second violation. It's going the other way. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Danilo Gallinari.
Schroeder.
1 minute remaining.
Now Adams down low. Rebound taken by Portis.
It's me, I got him.
Taj Gibson. Count the bucket for 2.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
I'm here.
The Thunder have the possession. Bobby Portis, huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Got it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
The assist from number 67, Taj.
Schroeder with the basketball. His team up by 7. To Adams. Schroeder. Beyond the arc for 3. Offensive board. Oh, and a putback. Long key from 3/4 court. That ends the first quarter. Thunder with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. New York in control of the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here comes the screen. Ferguson. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Ferguson. Oh, mistake there as the pass stolen by the Knicks. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Marcus Morris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Ferguson guarded by Taj Gibson. To Schroeder.
Hey, watch the screen left.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Smith. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His team on top by 8. Down low, Noel. Marcus Morris rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
4-3. No good. Ellington, defended by Nerlens Noel. And scores.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Here's Schroeder with it. Up 6. Ferguson. No good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The possession lies with New York. To Gibson. Had a chance, but it's no good. Schroeder with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. Goes to the left side. Fires the 3. Buries the wide-open 3. That's too easy.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Nothing going here on that drive. Dennis Smith Jr. now 3 for 9.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Schroeder. Slam dunk.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for the
Hayden into the front court, trailing by 11. Patrick Patterson tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Here comes the screen. Gets it in the left corner. Schroeder. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That one off the mark. It's no good. Short jumper won't go down. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Hayden with the basketball. His guys currently down by 13. Lets it fly from long range. What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Hayden into the front court. Down 12. To Marcus Morris. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Morris. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Chris Paul. Stepping in for the New York Knicks, number 23.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Ferguson to Paul. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. Paul. Mitchell Robinson snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Danilo Gallinari able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
And Chris Paul, he's been doing that for years. Wide open look, and he buries it.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Short jumper stays out. The follow won't go either. Oh, emphatic slam.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
And the slam. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Danilo Gallinari pins it. Elfrid Payton, guarded by Schroeder. Fires the three. Off the iron. No good. Oklahoma City ball.
Here we go. I got ball. Pick up.
To Schroeder. Going to launch beyond the arc. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Randall to Kevin Knox. And count the basket inside.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Now Paul with the basketball. The advantage is 13 points. Down low, Gallinari. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
It's a big finish.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Elfrid Payton with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout for the Knicks, as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
New blood coming in for both sides.
New York, number 5, Dennis Smith.
Smith into the front court. Down by 15. Thunder have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Smith to Julius Randle. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. To Kevin Knox. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Adams. With a drop step. Off the mark. Randle to Kevin Knox. Curling inside. Julius Randle here against Ferguson. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. To Paul. Deep left corner to Paul. Down to Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Adams to Paul. From long range. And Chris Paul, quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Steven Adams swats it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Elfrid Payton against Chris Paul. New York with 4 to shoot. The shot by Payton won't fall. To Paul. Add 2 points to the board. Coach of the Knicks signals for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Payton. For three. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Paul into the front court. His guys should be able to get the final shot. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number
Paul,
1.
he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
With a drop step. Almost. And he's not getting the call. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Thunder didn't hold back in that opening half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second-chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Knicks have yet to appear after one half of basketball. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Assists.
The New York Knicks struggle to play the angles and allowed too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents for the way they move the ball. They've been taking advantage of this situation.
Player of the half.
Chris Paul did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Into the front court comes Smith. His guys down big. Nothing going here on that drive. Steven Adams with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Knicks with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. Well defended, but Knox with the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
I got him. Here we go.
Paul driving, but he can't connect.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Has a chance. Deep 2 there, won't go. Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Dennis Smith Jr. guarded by CP3. 4-3. And Dennis Smith Jr. has a knack to score from everywhere. Hits the contested 3.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Here comes the screen. Chance for Paul. Add 2 points to the board.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Nothing going here on that drive. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Dennis Smith Jr. has got 2 shots coming, shooting 80% in this contest. Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. Oklahoma City's got it. Here's CP3. Count the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Smith with it up top. Down a bundle. Steven Adams sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. He's now 4 for 6.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Ferguson. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knicks with the basketball. Fires the 3. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Paul with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Down low Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Dennis Smith Jr. matched up with Paul. Smith on the drive, but his shot won't fall. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First try at the line, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Paul into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Has a look. Shot by Paul, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Julius Randle picked up by Patrick Patterson. To Paul. Deep right corner. Ferguson to Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's rebounded by the Knicks. To Julius Randle. Trying to cash in. Randle's shot won't go. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. No good and no foul.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Gets it to go and the foul.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big. Here's Schroeder with it. Looking to make something happen. To Adams.
Defensive foul to number 20. That's his first personal foul.
Danilo Gallinari at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. So he hits the first, misses the second. Possession lies with New York. Has a chance, gets a look, can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Mitchell Robinson sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Can't miss those. Here comes the screen. Ferguson. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
New York Knicks basketball. Smith to Julius Randle. Steven Adams, huge block. 4th this contest.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
It was right there. Schroeder. Rebound comes down to the Knicks. Randle to Dennis Smith Jr. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
From the outside, no good. To Julius Randle. Dennis Smith Jr. picked up by Schroeder. To Kevin Knox. Lets it fly from long range. Kevin Knox forced that one. Well defended. Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder. Now Adams down low. Julius Randle rejects it. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knicks. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions on the facility.
Schroeder. Around the perimeter. Here's a chance from long range. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. To Marcus Morris. From the painted area, won't go down.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Here comes the screen.
Double screen.
Rebound hauled in by New York. Smith now. Not getting the bounce. Short jumper won't fall. To Taj Gibson. Nothing going here on that drive. Taj Gibson. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Schroeder. Rebound Marcus Morris. To Kevin Knox. Won't go down. Oh, he had it. To Marcus Morris. No, I missed a short one there. Down low, Noel. Shot from the lane won't go. To Dennis Smith Jr.
Lock up.
Fires the 3. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Schroeder. Great dish to set it up.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Payton with the basketball. His guys down big. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Schroeder. Down low, Noel. Good look that time, but off the mark. To Payton. To Gibson. And the rebound taken in by OKC. Thunder with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Down low, Noel. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. Another follow, stays out.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Corner 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and a nice cushion for the Thunder. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Here comes the screen.
Hey, watch the screen, look. Close out.
And the rebound comes down to Gibson.
I got him.
To Payton. Almost unlucky bounce. To Adams. And the basket good at the rim.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
What can you say? Morris locked in on that one.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Ferguson to Schroeder. Down to Adams. Able to convert inside. New York in control of the basketball. Elfrid Payton against Adams. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
I got ball.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. And he missed the free throw. Let's see what the Knicks can do here. Trying to cash in. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Ferguson guarded by Taj Gibson. Steven Adams with the slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Schroeder. Runner here, won't go. To Julius Randle. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
OKC ball.
Oh, yes, me and you.
Deep left corner. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup, and finishes strong.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Payton. New York with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Adams. Scores from the post.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Julius Randle. Big finish that time for Julius Randle.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
To Adams. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Now the coach of the Knicks going to signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Elfrid Payton against Schroeder. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
To Schroeder. Add 2 points to the board.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Payton on the drive, but it won't go. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. His guys holding the big lead. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Reggie Bullock. Couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. Knocks down the first.
Subbing in for the Knicks, number 5.
And he makes them both. Paul across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Dennis Smith Jr. And the rebound taken down by Gallinari.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming, shooting 66% in this contest. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. Smith now into the front court. Down a bundle. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Smith with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Randall to Dennis Smith Jr. From long range. That won't go. Paul. Won't go. Offensive rebound, and he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Team foul number 3. For the Bucks.
Steven Adams at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. Off the mark on the first free throw.
For New York, number 55, Bobby Portis.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Smith now. Good for 3.
And he is just turning up here in the second half. In the first, he didn't seem that engaged. Now, he seems hungry.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
To Paul. Julius Randle tips it. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Chris Paul, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 75% so far tonight. And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. The possession lies with New York. Dennis Smith Jr. against Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. To Dennis Smith Jr. for three, and it's Gallinari there for the rebound. Shot from the lane won't go. Another follow, no good. The follow won't go either. Smith into the front court. His guys down big. Beyond the arc for three. Won't go down. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. OKC now with 4 to shoot. 4-3. Danilo Gallinari is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Knicks with the basketball.
Right.
Elfrid Payton guarded by Schroeder. To Julius Randle. Short jumper won't go down.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Has a chance. Wide open look won't go. Randle to Payton. Another chance. Finish that. To Adams. Paul. Down low Adams. Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Hayden to Kevin Knox. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Kevin Knox. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Fires the three. Got to body up the lefty. Randall knocks it down.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Now Adams down low. Could not throw it down. Jumper's good. Good victory here for the Thunder as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder added a win with today's solid victory. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Knicks didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the New York Knicks.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Chris Paul played the role of facilitator today, and no one is more happy than his teammates.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
much with me. I put the soul in me. Saint Laurent on board my feet. All this jewelry, they gon' notice me. And you know I got that roll on me. I put the soul in me. Saint Laurent on board my feet. All this jewelry, they gon' notice me. I wanna keep my eyes on it. Wanna cry on it. I wanna can I vibe on it. Get live.
All this jewelry, they gon' notice me. Birds in the singing like Jodeci. Cause of my courtesy. Didn't do a show, pick up my currency. Versace slippers, color burgundy. Rappers be talking, think they hurting